open. So it's day 3 of troubleshooting. No, it's day 4 I think of troubleshooting the engine not starting. So it doesn't turn on the fuel pump and it doesn't have spark. So the wiring should be okay. And the last thing for today is this is the old ECU. As you can see, it shouldn't have an EVS or immobilizer, but we think it have. So I drove today 2.5 hours for this other ECU. It seems identical, the label is the same, but the guy told me that it runs already in a different chassis. So hopefully it starts with this ECU. So yeah, cross fingers. So now ECU is connected, battery is connected. Now let's hope it starts. I'm hyped. Let's go, baby. So a quick summary of everything. Now we've tried for, I don't know, 3-4 days now to start up the car, but it doesn't have a fuel and it doesn't have a spark. So we thought the immobilizer was what's causing the problem, but yeah, it didn't help. So we are at the same place again, trying this and that and checking the wiring, checking the relays, checking the spark plugs, the sensors and everything. It's functioning with the multimeter, so we don't know what to do now. And the guy who lent me this other ECU, this is his backup ECU and the original one for his engine, but he also have a standalone ECU, and he's coming here right now to test if anything is wrong, to see on the computer what sensors are doing and what the relays are doing and everything. So he has basically the same engine but with a supercharger. This is why he has a standalone. So hopefully everything goes right. The engine should start up, so we'll see. Hey guys, so it's a week after we've tried the standalone ECU, but we figured it out that when I have the ignition switch on, the ECU turned off. So the K-Data standalone ECU have a light when the ECU is turned on, the light is turned on. So it was when I turned the ignition switch off, the standalone ECU was turned on, and when I turned the ignition switch on, it was off, so we don't know what to do now. I was talking to many people why this is happening and no one knows. So yeah, and we also tried another ignition switch, and it didn't, with a different key, and it didn't solve the problem. So it is likely that something is happening between the ignition switch, and that's why I have already taken the steering wheel off. It is likely that something is happening between the ignition switch and the connector that is connecting the inner part of the cables to the cables of the engine. So I will try taking out the dashboard and seeing what is happening, something bad there, if some wire is shortening, or I don't know what I'm doing, but this is the last resort of trying to figure it out what is happening. So I hope I find something back there so it can be solved, and then, because the other parts of the car are ready to drive, so it's just figuring out this electrical situation, and hopefully figure it out, or someone else would. So I will not be filming dashboard going out because it's a boring job to watch, so I'll see you in a second with the dashboard out.
Presa o common coast.
So I don't know how this part of the video will start, but E30 is back. So it was, I don't know, about a month ago that we transported the car from here to the electrician specialist, and he was working on the problems we have with spark and with fuel pump. So and now after 1 month the car is back, and it potentially runs, but we still have problems with a fuel pump. No, it works, it engages, but we think the position of the pump isn't good, so it needs to be closer to the tank, and hopefully this will solve all of the problems we have now. And now if this goes smoothly, we can relocate the pump, connect the fuel hoses to the engine. Then, because I took the dashboard out because of potential electrical problems that might appear under the dash, I need to put dash back in. We need some wires, here. I need to put electrical tape over the wires to make it look OEM, and that's kind of it. Maybe I don't look excited, but I really am, because I said so many times, just this and we can go drive. We might go next week and drive, but this might be it, and hopefully this will be it. Please let be it. Let's get cracking. fuel pump is in the car, sort of. It is in the position that I wanted, so the wiring is also done to the back of the car where the pump is. So it goes here and to the glove box where the ECU is, and through the car up the tank, and then the other way where it's positioned. So I jumped the relay, and the fuel pump works where it is now, so I wired it correctly. We will now try to start the engine, and hopefully it works now. So yeah, fingers crossed. So now it's quite a few hours later, and here we have the contraption that I made. So I think I solved the problem of this fueling system, and this is it. So I made a bypass, since this goes to this rubber hose and then to a hard hose to the other side, and then down to the fuel pump. But now I bypassed it with this hose. As you can see, the fuel is inside it, so that's good. But yeah, I know that this hose is not for fuel, but for the viewing purposes that I made, so I can see the fuel going in and out. And yeah, this will be just for now. As you can see, the fuel pump is now working and it's pumping fuel to the front. Now, as you can see here, the fuel comes from this side, goes through the filter, goes here in this hose that I just now made it so I can see where the fuel is going, and then goes to the engine. That's it for now, I think, and potentially we can start the engine right now, and I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, hopefully everything stays where it is, all the hoses that I don't have the clamps on. We'll try to start it now. Yeah, it was a long day of solving problems, and I have been doing nothing but solving problems with this car. So yeah, let's start it. Oh man, I'm lost for words, man. So after yesterday's hectic startup, I'm here the next day, and I've already I already replaced the lines that were problematic, as I said probably in the last clips. I've replaced or bypassed this hard line, which was the problem, because it's probably some hole of rust somewhere here that I cannot see. So I've replaced it with the soft line or rubber line. So now everything is working. We go to the front and we have fuel in to the fuel filter and then to the engine. And yeah, I've already started the car and it works, it runs quite smoothly actually. So I still need to fill up everything with water, but the next task is this rat's nest that I need to sort so. And we don't have a rat's nest anymore. I topped up the water already, so hopefully it's enough to put the car out. And it's kind of surreal moment for me, since this is, I don't know, 3 or 4 months after I had plans with the car over the summer to take it on a road trip and everything, and now we are in the beginning of the November, and yeah, it was a wild ride, and yeah. I'm a little bit emotional at this point, but yeah, we'll try now to put the car out of the garage. What the hell? Car is out. I think this is a perfect moment to end this video. See you next time. Peace.